God has built me a house without walls, floors, or ceiling. The abode of my heart, sent home for every being. And sometimes He blows a storm through this open space, and in the eye of the storm I can still see His grace. Oh, Bhagavate, oh, Sadguru Ramana ki jai. Oh, Arunachala, oh, Sadguru Mujiji ki jai. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shiva take me home. Now if I make believe that this house belongs to me, with walls made of stone and doors made of steel, then there is no doubt that it would crumble. Get caught in a tornado that never seems to pass. But how could a storm destroy what's nothing? And what would it leave behind except silence? Oh, Bhagavate, oh, Sadguru Ramana ki jai. Oh, Arunachala, oh, Sadguru Mujiji ki jai. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shiva take me home. Shiva take me home. Muji take me home. nowhere to go, no burdens to carry anymore, no concepts to marry. This life is for you, only for true. This life is for you, beloved, beloved. So where would I go now? When you told me I'm motionless, and what could be rejected here in this vast emptiness? This life is for you, only for true. This life is for you, beloved, beloved. Here I am, like dust under your feet, the most sacred space of all. Such a sweet discovery to see the walls of illusions fall. I cannot die. I cannot die. Yes, I cannot die. Beloved, most beloved. This life is for you, only for you. This I is true, beloved, beloved, most beloved.
Beloved, all that you perceive is transient, is passing. But you are the unchanging one, timeless and perfect. Rid yourself of all delusions and come lay down here in the silence of me. For unlike time, you are not passing. You are the formless within all forms, the silence and stillness inside all movements of time and manifestation. Arise into the fullness of your real nature as the unchanging self, the goal and source of all being. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Love is the answer and love is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Love is the answer and love is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Silence is the answer. Silence is the way.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Silence is the answer. Silence is the way.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Trust is the answer and trust is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Trust is the answer, trust is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Yes is the answer, and yes is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Yes is the answer, yes is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
This is the answer, and this is the way.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
This is the answer, and this is the way.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Ram is the answer, Ram is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram is the answer, and Ram is the way. the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. I am is the answer. I am is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 You are the answer, and you are the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. You are the answer, you are the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Yes is the answer, and yes is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Yes is the answer, and yes is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Sangha is the answer, Sangha is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sangha is the answer, Sangha is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram, Master, you're the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Muji, you're the answer. Master, you're the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Muji, you're the answer. Master, you're the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Muji, you're the answer. Master, you're the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Love is the answer.
Love is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram is the answer.
I am is the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Muji, you're the answer.
Master, you're the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Muji, you're the answer.
Master, you're the way. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Muji, you're the answer.
Master, you're the way. Shri Ram, Jai 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 Ram.
Thank you, my dear. Namaste, everyone. A very warm welcome to Satsang today. Guru Shri Muji Ji ki Jai. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I feel we should do some self-inquiry today, just with some focus, with one at a time. One. You want to come first? You raise your hand.
Okay. It's okay. How did this subject-object split happen?
So, but when I do the inquiry, then just follow me. Is all you have to do. We'll answer that question after that. So right now, what is here? Now is here. Awareness is here.
Yes.
And just whatever it is, don't worry about the right answer. With full integrity, whatever you feel is true, that you must say. Awareness is here. Okay. And this I is also here or no? Is there something apart from awareness?
Awareness is here.
Yes. And I is there or no? Is I there?
Missing that.
Is witnessing separate from awareness? When you are saying witnessing, are you talking about?
Only even understand as conceptual. Only
Yeah.
it's only now when I say it's a concept, it's not my. Immediately it is a concept.
So leave all concepts aside. When you say awareness, that's not a concept.
Yeah,
You are aware. And this I that is aware, this I, is it separate from awareness?
the I is only awareness, and that is the big I.
No, what do you see? What do you see? Don't go to any concept. You say, I am aware. So now just check. This I that is aware, is it separate from this awareness? Or is it one with it?
I don't know any I, only know awareness.
You only know awareness. I only know awareness. I don't know any I only know awareness.
Yeah, that's it.
This I that knows awareness is what? There is a knowingness of awareness. Can we say like that?
Yeah, there is. It is known. There's something that knows that.
Something. Now, this something, is it separate from awareness itself?
Don't know what is.
So you're clear that awareness is here, but the I you cannot find. Can you find an I? Get I know awareness. It is directly known, isn't it? Directly known. Therefore, this my proposition to you is that this I is awareness itself. Now you have to try and prove me wrong. Can you find a separate I from this awareness? Finding any I which is separate from this awareness?
It's only awareness.
It's only awareness. Okay. Now, if there is only awareness, without picking up a concept, can you become Randir? Without picking up a concept, how will you become Randir?
The body is seen in awareness.
Body is seen. Is the body you?
Only an instrument. Yeah,
The body is aware of you or you are aware of the body? Ah,
Don't stop labeling.
don't believe the label. Labeling means what? I am the body. Can you believe that now? From the place of looking now, with this appearance of the body, do you find that really it has that much pull, the thought that I am the body? As you're seeing clearly that only awareness is here and all these appearances are coming, including the body, does it have that much juice? I am the body?
Not so much now.
Okay, now what you must do is not be scared of this concept. Because the fear is coming that, oh, but later then I will again become body identified or something. Try to become body identified. Just become the body. Don't be the awareness. Just be the body. Can you do it? You can never do it. It can only seem like it happened like that, but it never truly happens. And don't say this should not come, that should not come, I should not have tendencies, all of this is rubbish. Throw it. So that is what the mind is using. That my tendencies are not gone yet, why I still have this, why I still have that. Say something about your true self. You say only awareness is here. Say something about that.
Nothing whatever. Nothing whatever.
Nothing. Anything happening to it? Is there anything happening to awareness?
It's a constant. He tries to come and claim.
Huh?
I tries to
Come and claim. The false one. The false one tries to come and claim.
That no, I'm able to understand. Something like that.
Don't believe this guy. Whatever the mind is saying, let it come and let it go. As simple as that.
So much wrestling with jargon, with this, all you need to be is here, and then you go to every kind of master and try, and they are jargon and all kind of wrestling, gymnastics and concepts and all the rubbish. This distraction, so much distraction. Just need to be here, that's it. Isn't it?
Once you have clarity about definitions, then these words will also not bother you. Like you were asking about subject and object. What's the difficulty? All that is appearing is object, phenomenal. The subject is non-phenomenal. And the subjective awareness of itself is not an objective experience. Straightforward. So all that is phenomenal, you call that object. All that you are, the non-phenomenal awareness, that is the subject. And the subject knows itself, but not objectively, not as an object. Once there is clarity about who you are, then these jargon and play of words will not bother you so much. It only bothers those who are trying to get some sort of mental understanding or try to prove themselves that I know this or something like this. I don't try to remember anything. When something comes like that, then we look together. And in the direct looking of the truth, then I don't feel anything which is truthful can escape you. So you don't have to bother yourself with learning this and knowing something. You're not trying to make intellectuals out of you. It'll be a complete waste. If after coming to satsang for so long, you you became an intellectual, it will be a complete waste. That if you would call something valuable, it must be only that which is here. So any term, any definition you hear, you just have to check back with what is here. And if it resonates, you can use it. If it doesn't resonate, just say, I don't understand what you're saying. No need to wrestle with anything. I'm not giving you anything to learn also. What do you see yourself to be? Do you want to be awareness and a certain type of person, or the nothingness of awareness is enough for you? Then nothing can make you suffer. If your emptiness is fine by you, then what suffering can there be? Because suffering can only be phenomenal. Only phenomena attacks phenomena. Only phenomena defends against phenomena. That which is nothing cannot be attacked or defended. So if you're okay being nothing, if you see yourself as this nothing, then how can you suffer?
So easy.
So anytime we find that there is a grievance or there's some suffering or something egoic coming up, find out what phenomena I'm attaching to or identifying with. And then when you inquire, you see that I am nothing, I am this emptiness, I am this awareness. Then I cannot be hurt by this phenomena, either by its coming or going.
So stuck with the story, conditioning.
Don't pick it up like this. How to drop the story? Don't pick it up now.
But the play will continue.
You can forget about that. Then you come and report whether the play continued or not. Because there can be some fear of losing the play, or some fear that, oh, this play will continue. Either way, we're not to be bothered about it.
Let it happen as it is.
As it is. Let it stop if it wants to.
You can't stop anything.
You don't know.
Consciousness want to play. Only if the identification is not there, then that collapses there at that time. It collapses.
You could go to sleep and not wake up.
It's like that.
Good. Nothing to say.
So you shoot down the existence. No existence for you.
No, I'm saying that there is complete freedom for it to come or it to not come. Nothing to predict. Suppose when you go to sleep tonight, you go to sleep for 1,000,000 years, and when you wake up tomorrow, you feel it's just the next day. Who can say these things? As awareness, are you concerned about the play?
It's not concerned.
Who is?
I doesn't want to lose itself.
The false I, the fake I, which doesn't exist, never existed, that one says, I don't want to lose myself. I say, where are you? I don't. See, it doesn't exist. It's just being represented through this voice, or the mind. The one that doesn't exist is being represented through a voice. All evidence that we have of this one is only this voice. I. Who's it representing? So we've been using this lawyer example. So you ask the lawyer, who are you representing? Oh, my client couldn't be in court today because he's not well. Then will he come tomorrow? No, he never comes. The one who is being represented by this voice never comes. And yet we go on believing in the existence of such a one. That's all there is to it. So can you drop it now? Whatever this voice might be saying, can you drop it?
I want to.
Drop this also. Drop it means what? I will not believe my next thought. What's so difficult? You want to believe your next thought or you don't want to believe it?
I need constancy.
Huh?
I need permanency. I need constancy.
I need, so drop this first. I need permanency. Who I? Which I need?
Yeah, this habit is stupid habit.
So you see it, then you drop it. So you see that there is no I here that needs permanency. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Then forget about I need permanency. Forgotten or no? Okay, what next? What else you want? See, it's all rubbish. Because we're still representing that one who doesn't exist, and the one that is here is ever permanent, ever present. Awareness itself. Something still feels I still don't get it 100% or something. Which part? You don't get that you are awareness? Or you don't get that the person doesn't exist?
Sure, that is it. It is just
What else can it be besides these two? Either it's something personal or it's about awareness.
this conditioning. Something magical must happen.
It's
Something
personal.
euphoric must happen.
It's personal.
It's personal.
The I that wants something euphoric is who? The I that wants something magical is who?
Yeah, personal.
Where is he? Where is he?
Non-existent.
Non-existent. You yourself say non-existent. Then forget it. And if it's sticky like this, then keep contemplating. Who is the I that wants the experience? You want enlightenment or the enlightenment experience?
No experience. I don't want any experience. This conditioning is
It's nothing for you. Don't believe it's something. Even this I'm saying it's nothing. As awareness, conditioning is nothing. What is it for awareness? Nothing. If you keep believing it's something and I have to fight it, I have to change it, then it becomes something. With your belief, it gets energized.
don't need to go anywhere. Everything can happen and still look at me.
You are only that. You cannot not be that.
It's coming into the heart, being wide.
You want all of that or you want to be free? Forget it.
So all this is all
Forget
gymnastics.
it. Forget
it.
Those are just terms we use sometimes. In Satsang, we can use terms just for different expressions. You use different terms. When you're coming to the truth of what you are, nothing to be, nothing to be. Forget it. It's still personal. The person wants to be broad, the person wants to become being, the person wants to become the heart. Forget it. Whatever you want to become, forget about it. It's not in a becoming, it is the recognition of what is. And no one can escape this recognition. I'm telling you what you are. The mind is saying, I want to become something. I'm saying, but you are that. I want to become that.
The minute you express it is gone.
Yeah.
Whether it is bhajan or glorification or everything. You need to close your eyes and emotions are distraction actually.
If you believe the story about them, otherwise they are nothing.
Nothing.
Just another appearance. Don't pick up any story now. Just don't pick it up. And if you pick it up, you drop it.
Something is coming up to say, if I stay like this, can I be like a statue?
You'll become like a statue. If you stay like,
become like a statue.
you'll be a beautiful statue. We'll all bow down to this. Don't pick it up. The not picking up will also be accompanied with this recognition that everything is grace. They will not have this fear of, oh, what will happen? If your master is telling you don't pick it up, you feel by not picking up something bad can happen to you.
Don't care.
Exactly. How is it now?
Just being there is worship. You don't need to do like this or anything.
Even this don't pick it up. Even this concept don't pick it up. Very beautiful word. Still don't pick it up.
If anything happens, still
Don't pick
don't
it up.
pick it up.
Yeah.
Anything,
Yeah.
any beautiful emotion.
Yeah.
You touch a feel, hug, anything.
It all happen. You don't have to pick up a concept about it. So you stay like this, don't pick it up, we'll find something, we'll come back to you. Don't pick it up. Who wants to come next? Yeah? You come.
It's not a joke. The itch to go pick up something.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. Sometimes trying to understand what is all this play about.
Once we know it's a play, there's nothing to know about what it is.
Yeah.
It's already seen that it's just an appearance, it's a leela. Then is there a need to define how this happens or how anything happens?
It's just the thought comes. What is all this why? If it gets picked up, then reality doesn't matter. Sometimes it even feels like I can see clearly like the presence is going into the person's face, but sometimes it doesn't even feel like that's me anymore.
Yes.
Like the presence is just playing.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing. Like, who is this playing also? Like, and I can see the whole game going in, coming out.
Because it is seen that prior even to this presence, I am. And what can play is this being. Only being is playing as the person or not. And to that which I am, the true one, nothing has happened.
And even this game goes, like something feels like I should get out of this person, but that's also seen like it just happens on its own.
Yes.
Like the belief, you just see it go in that
Yeah.
space and see that something wants to come out, but that something cannot come out because it's just happening on its own. Being in this space, nothing matters. Joy, sadness.
Yes.
Last night, Samik was like, you're just, are you sad? I said, am I? It doesn't matter. He's like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. Like nothing, like it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. The person doesn't like it because it doesn't matter the joy or not.
And we can say like that, the person doesn't like it. But just to clarify to everyone that the person actually doesn't exist. You see, so we can say that the person's voice doesn't like it. The mind doesn't like it. But we just, because it's become terminology, we say like that the person doesn't like it, the mind doesn't like it. But actually there is no person. It's just that the voice comes and claims, I don't like this.
I think we're so used to identifying as life should be happy and we should all be happy, and so that if somebody, it's just like kind of breaking out from that conditioning. Like it's okay to anything,
Just be, yeah.
just nothing matters to you.
That is freedom to allow all states to come. Because freedom is not a state. It is the allowing of all that has to come to come.
And that doesn't mean that the first conditioning is still gone or anything. It still moves there. I can see it moving. Something it just to be there. But it's also known in the heart. It just goes on its own. Nothing anybody is doing anything. There's still this, oh my god, I have to drop this thought.
Yeah.
It still goes on.
Is Rajan itself saying I have to drop Rajan?
Yes.
Can be the trick. You see.
So it's just like a deeper seeing. Everything is just moving in this space. I can't even explain it in words. Sudden grief, sudden sadness will come. Suddenly, it's like here you're waking up from a dream.
Yeah.
That thing comes true. And then is this a dream, or was the person a dream, or is the awakening
Yes.
a dream? You feel like the person was real and the awakening is a dream.
Yeah.
And this is all, it's like, it's okay.
But the good thing is that any scrutiny the person cannot stand. You see, any inquiry the person cannot stand. Because the truth it reveals itself immediately in the inquiry, and the person is revealed to be just imagined. So even the times where this seeming oscillation happens, oh, but this is also real. This is real life. Satsang is just some sort of this thing, some La La Land or some singing, happy stories like that. It can come and it can get believed in, but the true difference is that if you were to inquire into the one that is saying all of this now, you will not find it. But what is found in satsang, that is not going even in the most mind identified states.
Truth never leaves.
Truth never leaves.
Only the fake one can doubt. Truth doesn't have to speak.
And that's the beauty of the truth, that the false cannot withstand even an instant of open inquiry. You can only try to convince you, no, it's no point inquiring. You've done that. No, no. It will try because it knows it's game over. The minute we look, who are you? Who's speaking? Gone.
It's like a lot of the childhood memories would come up. And grief. Something, it's just like a lot of movement going on. Very deeper sense of going home. I can't even explain these energies.
This used to happen here also. That I would just enter a room and feel like I'm a child. It was like some other stuff was being remembered. I feel like suddenly like in my grandmother's house, in her room, something like that will come.
I can't explain them. It's very subtle. A lot of these primal energies, like you, mostly that you felt in childhood, because I think it was like you're not that deeply conditioned at that time. So there are these energies that feel very primal, and I had a lot of them in my childhood. Those feel like, and I feel when I was in Sahaja, I had a lot of these primal energies, and they I feel them again. Guruji. It's just a mixed medley of stuff, but it's okay.
Because as awareness, we are untouched by any energy.
And like very like when I was sharing this very like it's just I just recognize I'm this knowing, and I struggle so much with that. And I just saw that this concept cannot recognize it. And then everything is just this knowing. But then at that moment it feels like this should be my experience from now on. It's not like that. It's not like I see everything as awareness. Or anything very clear. It's a very clear thing, and you can't awareness can't be seen, but it is what pervades everything. And that was seen very clearly. But then the mind can come up saying you don't see it that way every day. It's all this rubbish is getting done.
You see, many times it can feel like I'm just stuck in this. I remember just like maybe a few months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, she was feeling like till being is very clear, and then when you say, "Are you aware now?" I just feel like I'm only aware of content. I feel like I'm stuck and just not getting through and things like this. But just with just the simplicity of just being in satsang, just being with this integrity of the truth, I find that it reveals itself so simply.
Nothing to do. It's just and something inside said just forget about it. Like something we try to contemplate, but if it doesn't work, it's just okay. Like it felt like it will reveal itself. It felt like I'm eternal. Like this, just no words for it. And it just does it by itself. Like there's nothing to do. Satsang is also just like a play for it to just enjoy, like it's just revealing itself to itself.
So if any of you feeling like that, stuck with something, I don't get it, just know that it's just unveiling itself, revealing itself.
Like how how grateful I am for it to just reveal itself. Like just randomly, just it's I don't know what it does, but I have no idea what I'm saying right now.
It's good. It's good like that. Because it becomes completely like this. Just like you watch this entire appearance, you're watching the words which come from here also. Words are coming, I'm not sure what. Many times when somebody says, but you said this to me last time. Did I? I'm not sure.
I just want to bring out this the singer identity
Yeah.
can come and want to like it, that is like a trick
Want to
in
assert
the
itself.
world. Yeah, that is one of the tricks it wants to play. Oh my God, you're famous. That actually like shakes me up like because it's something just actually never wanted to be known. You know, like that.
And something feels good about it and something feels
feels
fearful about it. Something
yeah. Mostly here it is a fear
Yeah.
to like it's, I'm just bringing it out. Like there are a few tricks here and there at place, but like it's like you this time you go to Rishikesh, people will know you. Oh my God. Like, something likes it, something doesn't like it, and I see both of it, but it's playing out that way.
Singer identity can be very, especially when it's related to, something like people who know you, whether that's good or bad, something holds on to these things. For me, just that you're coming to the truth of yourself is much, 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 much more beautiful than anything.
It just feels like I found my master's in this life, and there's no way I'm going to wait another life. Like, even if something is trying to get my attention, it's just like inside there's like this. I don't even trust my words anymore, like the mind's words anymore, because I don't know if it's coming from the heart, but I just know inside that no way I'm going to let it go. I don't know how I found you by now. Can't wait anymore.
Who wants to come next? Okay, this he can come and then someone from the hangout if you want. No,
Somebody from the hangout.
It's good.
First of all, I just want to thank. It's just thankfulness that comes out. Not because it's story, just every 2 hours that you spend. Wow. Me, I don't know. I think it's just being most of the time.
Just being. Can you come closer? Maybe just
So it's mostly just being. Once in a while, something comes up. Of late, what's stronger since December 21st when I came is even before the pain. That's why I keep referring to that. I'm there, but I can't say anything about it.
yeah.
And I don't, even when you say the awareness aspect,
Yeah.
do you exist? there I don't know whether I exist or not even.
Actually, when we say, usually when it's said from here, whether you exist or not, huh, that sense of existence I use synonymously with the sense of being. So the sense of existence is not what I equate with awareness usually. I equate it with the sense of being. That I am, I exist. Okay? So these I use synonymously. Because this, even the sense that I exist is this beingness, is this existence is beingness.
Yeah.
You see? So that which exists, just to use language now, exists but not phenomenally. That it knows about existence or non-existence, about something or nothing, that one is a
Yeah. So I don't know what to say.
yes.
I also don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's just that this one more feeling. It's more predominant when I close my eyes. But I know I'm aware, but there's something else. It's just a sense that there is something else. I don't know.
Yes. So presume that there is something else. Then it would still need this I to be aware of it. Okay? So, okay, I want to, this is not necessarily for you, but it's very easy to say that something is prior to awareness. I can say that there's a, you know, special pot of gold which exists prior to awareness, and only the truest seeker will find it. Is there any way that that can be disputed? No.
It's not conceptual. It's just.
No, I'm just saying that to talk about that which is prior to awareness, I can say anything. I can say there's a, like that, you've heard of that mythical pot at the end of the rainbow, which is full of gold, that is there. It's prior to awareness. And truest one. And you can say, yes, I see it's there. And once you get to this place, then you'll also see. Now, there's no way that anyone can dispute that. No, I'm not saying just for you, because it's popular sometimes to just say that prior to awareness something is or something else. But let's just look and see that whatever that something might be, is there any way to know of the existence of this something without the awareness of it? So there can be the most sublime sense, most beautiful. But unless there is awareness of it, it is still nothing.
It's nothing. That's why it's literally.
Yes, yes. And there's much beauty that emerges from this simple thread of being. Simple thread of being. Much beauty can emerge. And it can be like, it can seem like it is the most primal thing. In fact, the I amness or the Om is like called the primordial vibration from which everything arises. Isn't it? So there's great beauty, great sanctity, great innocence, great purity in this. But it has to be said that even for this to exist, there must be an awareness of it. So that something, whatever it might be, for it to exist, there must be an awareness of it. And like we said, we'll keep contemplating this. And I'm not ever coming to you with this perspective that I know, and I want you to defer to what I know. See? I want you to keep this open contemplation and dive into this together, and I'm completely open. If you say, Ananta, this is the way you must look, this is the way you must look to find this something, yeah, which is prior to awareness.
I don't know. It's just, that's why I said
This-
last few times, I can't, at best I can say it's a conviction. I don't know whether it is a,
Yes. One thing that can also happen is that when we find the truth of ourselves, then awareness doesn't seem like a good enough way to describe it. You see, because it's not just aware. You see, there is something indescribable about it. That's why I call it the unlabelable.
maybe is that what I'm,
Yes, maybe that's what the feeling is. That it, the word that we use, either awareness or knowingness or the witnessing or the pure perceiving, whatever word you want to use, doesn't seem enough.
yeah,
You see, it doesn't seem enough. So that is different. You see.
because
So that's why I say the best way to describe it is to say that you cannot describe, or it's not labelable. Yes. And this word also came up in Satsang like this only, the unlabelable one.
the part I feel, Guruji, is you said unlabelable one.
Yes.
So even when we say awareness, it's making state in the just the demonstration of it. It's not necessarily the one. It's just it's just sensory, and you can be that one. But there is there is a sense that the unlabelable one. When you say there is that one somewhere there,
Yes, there is this one.
which is
I is
different
that
than
one.
coming out.
Yes. One more confusion which is becoming clear to me is that it's easy to mix up awareness with the phenomenal perceiving. You see? So this sense of seeing is there. And it seemed very primal to us. It seemed like this is awareness itself. But the sensory seeing is not awareness. There is awareness even of sensory seeing. You see? But the world uses awareness to denote the perceiving through the senses like this.
Can I ask for a clarification?
Please, of course.
I'm sure I'm not misunderstanding. So when you say it's different than the sensory seeing, can I say that seeing which is different is the same as seeing and hearing and all of that?
Yes.
You're
All
referring to
that is collected through the senses and phenomenally perceived. There is awareness of even this. Okay? So awareness is prior even to this. That is awareness. That which knows that this is also
Yes.
that. Because this is also phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal thing is phenomenal, obviously. Only in the presence of being it happens. But that awareness which we speak of, or the knowingness, or the pure seeing that we talk about, is not referring to this phenomenal sensory perception. Good, you brought up this point. Because we use the words awareness and the seeing and things, it can be confused to be that we're talking about this phenomenal dual form, which is limited also.
In the way I myself differentiate is multiple senses, the one that knows. So
Exactly.
hearing something, one that sees that hearing.
And this one is the same.
Yeah. Same. So I don't know what to do. It's just a joy.
Yeah. Even this I, which seemed like it is the little bit of doer or not to do, what not to do, what to do, this is dissolving into your true seeing.
Good morning,
Okay.
Father.
Now, Vikas, come.
Namaste, Father.
Same idea.
Uh, Father, all these teachings about different levels and different skills and different experiences, like in some even in religion, in some religion, it said that there are different levels, and that's how the soul evolves, and that's a kind of a thermometer or benchmark to check where you are, and then after a certain level, the soul is free from the grasp of mind and Maya, and then again it comes back, when. So these are kind of the things that are always been taught. It might be true, or I don't know, but somewhere a deep realization comes that this could be again like, because it's again an appearance. It's again something that you are experiencing as an awareness, and you might be giving attention to it, or you might not be giving attention to it, but at the end, it's again getting perceived. You know, and maybe with these levels or something, it could be like the appearances or the thoughts that appears in front of the being, or awareness could be different. Right now, someone is thinking about money, the other one might be thinking about meditation or that matter, but it's again the thought, it's again a thought, or it's again a kind of appearance that appears, and it's just a matter of if it gets the attention, good. If it doesn't get the attention, then it's appearing and disappearing like any other appearance. So, but because like earlier, a lot of conflict used to arise about, because they have created it. Okay, that is how it is. It can't be otherwise. Like the soul has to evolve through these levels, and then probably, if and when it is evolving, and these are the uh, parameters for you to check, where you are that way. But what I find the meaning in these teachings is that again there is an emphasis on the person. So it's a Vikas who is actually doing it. So some Vikas has reached to somewhere rather than talking about consciousness or talking about. So an identity is still there. That's what I feel. So just wanted to bring that to your feet. Also, one more thing, there are some sticky thoughts about investing in property or investing in stock market. They are kind of coming very very strongly for past some days. So last night, again I switched on the Satsang at 4 a.m. because it was coming, and very quickly, it all disappeared, and again the same, again I would say, a state of nothingness, appears, and then again a realization come that. That's the way life is moving. So it's again the thoughts and the belief, getting into these thoughts, but there isn't any major to it. That's the way life is going to be. And if the thoughts come, what's wrong with them? Even if the attention goes to it, what's wrong with it? Because it's it's the series of now. It's like now. So forget about what appeared in the past. All of that was happening. Just wanted to lay at your feet and wanted to thank you for all the grace and know, joyfulness and blissfulness for the entire being.
Always welcome, always welcome, my dear. So, very good point where he mentioned that there are many paths actually which will describe to you your journey to the truth. You see, most spiritual paths will have a prescribed set of journey. Then on level one, this happens. When you see yourself as the astral body, then this will happen. Then when you see yourself as pure consciousness, then it will be light and sound and various parameters they will define and say that this is what it is happening. It is rare like this where you see that if the truth is true, then it must be true right now. If the self is real, then it must be already here. Okay? Actually, it seemed like the most obvious thing, but the Leela as such, the Maya as such, that is also not the most attractive thing to hear this. So only the rare ones that can hear this and say, yes, this is so obvious. You see? Because the conditioning so deeply is the becoming, progressing, getting there step by step. That's why it makes sense also that there are many spiritual paths which prescribe, okay, first do this, do this, truth. Now, I see actually nothing is wrong with that, because it's better than, you know, everyone hearing this and only 0.1% really resonating with this part of it. The other 99.9% also need to have a place to go, isn't it? So it's good that we go. So, but we must also be grateful to grace that it gave us the years, or it gave us the, when I say give us the years, I'm saying that there was some deeper understanding here that what is resonating, what is speaking from here, there is resonance with that. If the truth is true, then it must be here. Why must I walk 10 steps? If the self is real, then it must be real now. Why must I go here and there? So this, if this is heard like this, then already most of the conditioning start to wear off. Because already when we start from the space of witnessing, then we see, okay, what appears is just another appearance. That which appears and disappears is coming and going, therefore is not real, is not true. It's just Maya. Therefore, I don't care whether it's the most sublime experience, I am not concerned. So that which is nice milestones on most other paths, here is just seen as another appearance. You see? Because that which is witnessing this is not concerned by any of that experience. So like this, here we are discovering that which is unchanging, that which is not an experience, that self. Like this. And once it resonates like this, then yes, obviously it comes like that, oh, why are these people doing like that? Why can't they just see the truth? But I've seen that it just doesn't resonate. You see, the way this realm is, it just doesn't resonate for most people like this. Most people need that. Need that. Okay, step one, meditate for 1 hour. Step two, meditate for 3 hours. Go like that, like that, like that, in progress, which is fine. Then. For them, it's completely fine. But for those who have resonance to this very directly, then there is no reason to go to part 1, part 2, part 3, part 10. It's completely fine. And with no sense of even no sense of looking down upon all of those parts. It's just what it is fine. It's fine. For the world, it's fine. As you also know that my mother and father also very strongly into a spiritual movement, which is very much like this. Like this, do this, then you'll have this experience, then use that experience to go to this experience. And when you come to this experience, then that is great. I don't know where it ends actually, I should find out, but but I know it's like that. You see, and initially there was a lot of Advaita policing would happen from here about that, but now even that is stopped because whatever gives them peace and joy, it's completely fine.
Like, father, the thing is, like my mom, she's kind of meditating for past 25 years, and she'll do it regularly for at least 4 to 5 hours a day. And whenever I'll try to talk about it, she'll just say, "No, this is how it is," and this is so. The spiritual ego, the spiritual, buildings are so strong that not even a word is being. They're not even so. They're all spiritual, but I don't know whether they're religious or they're spiritual. But I don't. I mean, there is not even a judgment, but somewhere it you know gets into feeling. And even those scriptures or these teachings also do mention because some of the lines do I remember, like Bullesha says, "Galat tayo mukdi jad main dilo mukai." Man means again, the identity. So there is a way that saying. And then one says, "Jithe tu hai te main nahi and jithe main haan te tu nahi," which means again, either one of us, can be there. So I keep telling my mom that the enlightenment is never going to happen. You as a person, that's for sure. I can give you that in writing. So whenever it would be happening, it would be without you. Like you as in your name or your identity. So this is not happening. I'm guaranteeing you that. So somehow, it gets into a mild argument, but Vani, keep laughing and she understands, where I'm coming from. But then kind of, I don't know, a feeling arises like, It can't be like that for sure. Yes, it could be the appearances could be exactly the same they are describing, but it could be like they might have told about it 100 years ago because the people who were listening to satsang were not that educated, or they were not that much receptive to that notion. They could understand it, so they have to give them the other way out. But at the end, even the teachings exactly says the same, that it's only one of you would reside. So it cannot be you and God. That's for sure. So it means the same.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, two things I want to say about this. One is from the memories of what has happened here. Is that for a long time when I would try to engage with my mother on these kind of things, she would say that yeah, all this is fine, but ultimately you have to come to us only. You'll be coming here only, like that. Only recently, actually, she stopped saying like that. Maybe because she's seeing now satsang is happening and many people are coming here. She stopped saying, you will one day come there, and realize the truth of what I'm speaking like that. What is the second thing I wanted to say? No idea. It's gone. The second thing also I wanted to say very importantly is that when I go for the satsang with Guruji there, Babaji, then it's very beautiful actually. I haven't been for a few years, but it's very beautiful because you can sense that what he's expressing from the truth is beautifully being expressed to millions of people, but he's able to express it so beautifully that it resonates with so many. Really? So you can sense the presence is so strong there, and the expression is now flowing in a way where it has to resonate with the millions of people who stay there. And funnily enough, actually, because they talk about Bulle Shah's Vani and Kabir Das Ji's Vani, all of that, but I feel that actually not so many people would have gone to Bulle Shah himself. You see? Because he was speaking like that, like what you said. Uh, so not too many would have come there, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been the millions and millions that come to the other spiritual movements. But because there is openness to hear things personally, that's why people come to the spiritual paths which are like this. You see? So I was also wondering at the beautiful way in which the Guruji there, Babaji expresses himself, because such beautiful expression happens where the truth of this oneness is expressed, but in a way that all those who are assimilating can assimilate that in their daily lives, and they find some peace from the daily rigor of doing that. You see, so I don't feel so much it's about this phenomenal education or school type education which has changed, because I'm sure that even the ones who are speaking non-dually, non-phenomenally, even those times they would have had like this 10, 12 people around them, and the ones who are speaking about something which is more phenomenal and more practical, they would have a lot more coming. Because if you were to just randomly talk to 1,000 people, I doubt even one would be interested in coming to satsang just if you were to speak from the level of pure non-duality. You see, so if you hear Rabi singing, for example, Bulla Ki Jana Main Kaun, if it is not sung that well and that melodiously and with that full thing, how many people would have heard it? You see, so it became very popular not because of the message of what it was, the self-inquiry, but more because it's very catchy and very beautiful and very nicely done. Because there are many singers who are not singing it as well, and nobody hears those.
Definitely,
Just
Father, the presence felt. The presence is felt the moment you are in the satsang or you are there. Uh, Not just the present, like energetically, you feel and the mind, just disappears completely for hours and hours. There won't be a thought that would arise. And you feel where it is, but just the matter of. So I completely understand the teaching and completely agree with the, what exactly he's saying. But just try to relate that this might happen in the due course, but it's an appearance. And why should there be an interest for that as well? Because if there is an interest, there is an identity. Who wants to see, who wants to achieve, who wants to have a benchmark, then who wants to proclaim that, yes, I have achieved there. But otherwise, the presence is very strong for sure, Father.
Of course, but still coming from here, this can come, reality can come, but why are you taking all this effort? What is all this for? What are you doing? It can come like that, which is also out of love, so it's fine. Okay, where are we on the chats? This is a very good point that Stephen makes. Where the when it's heard like this, that these voices of Rajan and we can't find the Rajan, then the voice itself starts saying yes, yes, yes. I must now not listen to the voice anymore. There is no Rajan. It is just Rajan pretending. So he said the person does not want to be the person anymore. This can be a very good thing to spot because many times it also the freedom from the person becomes personal. It's good that we can see these things, we can spot these things, and just let them be. Don't pick it up. Not picking up still, right?
Father, the mind is so tricky. Like here, it will speak like when I have an insight, and it will speak like I'm speaking. Because
Yes.
it's like like it just is so tricky. Like really relating this like something has to really inquire and say that is my voice, like the words the self or not. It's just so tricky.
Super tricky because he's the master of disguise. I bought the new shirt that Superman and all the useless disguises that Superman would do, but it's called the master of disguise. And it just came to me like this: that actually it is this voice which is the master of disguise. Because one time it plays judge, one time it plays victim, one time it plays lawyer, one time it plays drama queen, one time it plays the enlightened person, one time it plays the master of disguise. All these roles it plays. Yes, yes. Now I'm free. Now the world is so bad to me. And all these various roles. So that's why it's so tricky. Chameleon.
I can play for a while, like here it just I play, like it just keep on something, just enjoys. And then I catch myself like, whose voice is this? Like this truth is so silent. There's no.
Dillon says, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Dillon Das, how would you pronounce it? Dilon Das. Dillon? In Bengali, how would you say? My camera and mic is not working. Question 2, Ananta ji. I don't see the question. Actually, here it is. Ananta ji, I sit down in the morning with the thought I am. Ah, So the I am, when it is prescribed that we must stay with the sense I am, it is not actually the thought I am. Initially we use the thought I am as a pointer to point to the sense I am. And I can give you another tool if it helps you with this coming to this I am. You can just check whether you can stop being now. Can you stop being? And you'll find that there's this presence here, this being here, it cannot be stopped. So this is the I am, this being, not the thought I am. You see? Because if you try to use the thought I am for practice, then it's just like some sort of a japa meditation. You see, you take a mantra and you keep just repeating that. So it's not about the thought I am, just this presence of being. And the quickest way to come to this sense of being is just to ask yourself, can I stop being now? You see, because I know to try to come to being can be very confusing for the mind. If I say find your being, initially it's very confusing. So try to stop being and you see, no, I'm here, I'm here. This I amness is what is being spoken of. So if you enjoy this practice, then very good. Stay with the sense I am. Allow all thoughts to come and go. You keep your attention just marinated inside this sense of being. And if it goes once in a while, it's okay. It's not hard work. Don't make hard work out of this, just playfully. Let me read the rest of your question. Sticking to it, and then comes the bombardments of thoughts, yes, one after another. If I keep with the I am, what I experience is total madness. At capital. Total madness in all caps. So it's not like this. So it's not one thought fighting with another thought. No, you stay, you go. Not like this. Leave that. Let all thoughts come and go. You just keep your attention with the presence I am. And sometimes attention will go to thoughts. It's okay. Gently just pull it back. Gently. Don't have to work hard towards this. Then you say, will these surroundings ever change? Will these thoughts ever settle down? What should I do to remain unattached from these disturbances? Pray, instruct at your holy feet. As you're coming to satsang, I know that on its own all this mental energy will settle down. As you enjoy this I am practice being with the sense I am, you can stay with it as long as it feels natural to do. Not like heavy work, not a lot of effort. Just this sense of being, bring your attention to it and allow all thoughts to come and go. Don't be in this impression that thought should not come. Allow them to come and go. Don't count how many are coming. Don't have a benchmark to say, oh, this is not stopping, it's not helping, I don't have peace. Let all these thoughts also come and go. Don't resist anything at all. And as you go along with this, you will find that this being is unmoving, unchanging. This being is here. In the waking state, it cannot not be. Always present. The only trouble then is that I'm believing what these thoughts are saying. See, so attention, don't worry about so much. Belief is much easier to handle. So don't give it your belief, whatever the thought might be saying. Allow it to come and go. Just don't give it your belief. And very naturally, it will all settle down. And this is good. First time I see you in satsang, so this much is good enough for today. But I'm happy to explore more, go deeper with you, and come to the truth of what you are as we go along. Thank you. There's one more question about gas. Now, Pratik is logged in from his father's account again, is it? Okay, so Pratik says, beloved, it appears that to know ourself as awareness, consciousness is needed. Because in deep sleep, there is no knowing that I am awareness. In fact, there is nothing in deep sleep. Not even the question, who am I? All these come only in the same waking state. Same as when, well, let me finish this part first. To know ourself as awareness, is consciousness needed? You say that in deep sleep, nothing is there. So don't worry about the reporting that I can report that nothing is there only in the waking state. Yes, this is true. But the knowing that nothing is there is your direct experience, isn't it? So there must be a I who experiences this nothing. It's not it's not that somebody has to tell you that there was nothing in sleep, you know it. You see? So this knowing is irrespective of whether there is something or nothing. You with me? This knowingness is irrespective of whether there is something known or nothing known. You say in sleep there is nothing known, not even I am. And in waking there is something known starting from I am. You see? But this knowing has remained constant, irrespective of what state comes, sleep, dream, or waking. This knowingness is awareness itself. You see? So what is happening in the waking state is that being is coming to the truth about itself, that it arises only within this awareness. Awareness has always remained as awareness. So being was originally associated, confusing itself to be a person, is now getting disassociated, unassociated with all these personal concepts, and coming to this sense of unassociated being. For awareness, nothing has moved. Awareness always knows itself. It is being which now is dropping all these associations and coming to this space of unassociated being. And all love, peace, and joy are in service to your unassociated being. Okay, so let's see the rest of your question. Ah, because in deep sleep there is no knowing that I am awareness. This knowingness itself is awareness. So you cannot say the I am was not there, of course, but there's a knowing that even I am was not there. Otherwise, you would not be able to say even I am is not there. You know this. This knowingness itself is what you are. Yes, all the rest comes in the waking state. Same as when the body dies. What is the difference between deep sleep, bodily death, and nirvikalpa samadhi? Deep sleep and death, same. Just for those around you, it can seem different. Because in there, what they are experiencing is the appearance of a sleeping body or a dead body, which is a play of consciousness. Either all that is appearing is a play of consciousness, which is that one being, just playing like that. But the experience of sleep is the experience of nothingness, which cannot be different from the experience of death. Now, what about Nirvikalpa Samadhi? And how is Nirvikalpa Samadhi different from sleep? In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, all of this sense that I am the body and I am the mind is not there, and everything is completely quiet. There is awareness, and yet there is a glimmer, thin sense that I am. You see? Just this thread of I amness continues without relating with any phenomena. Just the root phenomena staying in itself. So sometimes I say it's just like the eyes are not completely closed, just little open. See? Not fully open that they're projecting this entire universe, just little bit. Just the sense that I exist. It's a beautiful meditative state, but it's not a prerequisite for anything. So enjoy. If it comes like this, enjoy, but don't have to be enamored by it or something like that. Just is there. So this thin presence of beingness is there. And many have reported this very spontaneously. When you have come to satsang and reported experiences like this, and not even knowing the label that, oh, this was nirvikalpa samadhi. So with this very little glimmer of presence, the I amness is there, but it's almost like sleep with a little bit, a pinch of beingness is the nirvikalpa state. And if this beingness were to completely dissolve, then nothing great, just sleep, just sleep state. I hope that clarifies both the points. Thank you. Let's see what's happening on YouTube also. Yes, Stephen says, I found the person, it is the one searching for the person. Yes, my dear. Just one last question, okay, which is, isn't this presence, I amness, this the person? Ah, this is one of the final tricks of the mind. It says, because when you say, who is this voice representing? The voice can say, this I am that is being spoken about. That's who I am representing. You see? So it tries to make the sense I am, which is not personal, which is just being itself. It tries to make a person out of that. Because now we've looked and we don't find the imagined person, so it's dropping. Then one of the final tricks of the mind is to say, you see, this I am. This voice is representing this I am. But who is it then representing to? You see, because the experiencer of this voice is also I am. Why do I need a voice to speak to myself? I need a voice to communicate. You see? So if it is my own voice, why do I need a voice to communicate with myself? I already know. If I am speaking, then I already know what is being spoken. Why do I need this voice? You see? So you can find that the trickster that it is tries to convince you that this presence I am itself is the person. That's why I say if you want to see God pretending to be a person, just believe your next thought. Because then it has convinced us that this I amness itself, this voice belongs to that. And this I am is personal. But it's not personal, it's impersonal being. Maybe little this. You want me to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll just. Okay.
With full integrity, what is the truest introduction you can give for yourself?
It's times like so.
We'll just wait for that.
Okay.
seem like it's going anywhere. Just circling, enjoying the presence of Satsang.
There's times like right now, times when the presence just comes so strong, and it's just so much contentment, and it's actually like there all the time, but it's just when I'm not in the mind or whatever. But it's just so that's here and that's seeing.
Is awareness, or is the real I, concerned even with presence?
No.
And concerned even about presence, isn't it? Presence being apparent or dissolved.
It's it feels so nice.
Feels nice. It feels nice till it stops feeling nice, and then some other feelings come.
Yeah.
But it's very natural also. As we are coming to this space of unassociated being, then it's very natural for it to be accompanied with peace and love and joy. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that the trouble can only be if we attach to it.
Yes.
If we are concerned whether this nice feeling is there or not.
Yes.
So it can be that it's just neutral to this beautiful moves from there.
Yes, because whenever it's really, I can see there's enjoyment of it, but then it comes, like the thought comes to my death.
Yes, but the enjoyment of it is not identification with it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very good point, because sometimes this confusion can be there that, wow, there's so much beautiful love here and peace here can be experienced, and there's great joy which comes with it, enjoyment of it. It's like we're swimming in it, drowning in it, swimming in it. It can be like that. Then the mind will come and judge it and say, see, now you're enjoying means you're identified. It's not like that. To attach means, to identify means that there's this feverishness about it not going or it's staying just like this. Really, that is attachment. Till then, purely it's just wonderfully seen, wonderfully felt. Nothing is wrong with that. But as awareness, it is unconcerned even with presence or not presence, then it is definitely not concerned with any feeling, no matter how sublimely beautiful it might be. And it is found usually, not that's why I don't say this enough, because sometimes it can become an expectation or benchmark like this, but it is found usually that those who are not concerned with anything which is arising, then all of these feelings and these beautiful chocolate flavored things, they seem to chase those. And those who are chasing these things, then these energies seem to be running from them.
Yeah.
These forces.
And I don't feel there's no chasing,
Yes.
it just comes on
It
its
just
own.
comes. It just comes naturally. And there's a great trust in being also. That means that it knows when, how much to give. Yeah, I used to say this earlier, you'll remember that God knows exactly how to cook this recipe. He knows how much sugar, how much spice, how much salt. So when you're not attaching to the mind and saying, you could mess it up. I want more sugar, more chocolate. I want more this. So like this, when we know that that which is the creator of all of this knows exactly what to do.
And yes, and there's not even a desire for it actually. It's more just clear seeing. There's no desire for any sort of feeling experience. But it's just sometimes it comes very strong. It's just very beautiful. But I feel like, I guess one thing I wanted to check with you is when I'm like just sitting really quietly and just looking, and like really looking, well, just looking and confirming, then it's just clear, and but somehow the experience of that clarity is different when I'm not like actually looking. Does that make sense? Like I know I'm always aware. Anytime I check, am I aware now? Yes. But as I'm moving through the day, it's not always as clear, even though there's not belief in the person. It's just I don't know if I'm saying it.
It's become like this. Yes, I feel this is important to clarify for all of you. Freedom is not a state where attention completely rests only in awareness. It's important to know this because there can be this expectation that once I'm free or a sage or something like that, then my attention will only be in awareness itself. Then if that is what it was, if that was God's will, then God will not project this world at all. So if this waking state is happening, the natural flow of attention moving to objects and to other things will flow. And when attention is there, then it doesn't seem like awareness is just aware of itself because other phenomenal things are coming into our attention. See? But the good news is that attention is reporting back to the same being, which is ultimately the same awareness. Attention is reporting to who? You should look at this. So attention we say is going, but is it going completely? Because then I would not be able to call it my attention at all. It's gone. Somebody give me some fresh attention.
I feel like it doesn't, like, it's more, less common now that it just goes and completely gets lost or whatever in the appearance. It's like, but that makes sense. Like, even though it can still go, it goes out, of course, it doesn't like.
What happens is it becomes less mind riddled.
Yes.
It becomes less mind riddled.
Yes.
And the fogginess, the sense of fogginess reduces. And how does the fogginess come? Have you contemplated this? Sometimes we have. That you try to bring your attention to your mind, thoughts, and to the world. And suddenly everything becomes blurry. Because attention is limited. When you try to put on two different things at the same time, everything seems to blur. This computer will be blurry when my attention is on a thought. But this blurriness reduces because we are not that mind riddled anymore. So it's almost like the Buddhist practice of mindfulness. We are completely with what is seen. So it seems very clear. And it is seen in this because there are not too many pulls and pulls to our attention because our mind is not as magnetic as it was. Then you find that life seems to have a lot more clarity and space. Our vision seems much more global, just accepting. You see regular people in the world, especially in the workplace, always like this, like they're not there. They're just confused between the external world and the mind and what's going on. Now what's happening is that it's just settling. Whatever just is appearing, attention can go to that. We see it's not going anywhere because it's still my attention. It's reporting back to me as being, and this being is ultimately made up of awareness alone. So it can never lose touch with the awareness that it is. That's what we were saying the other day. It's like a dog on a leash, which is not going anywhere. But if the purpose of it was for the dog just to stay home, the dog example is coming out of this Ananta. Then you would not take it out for a walk at all. So if the purpose was for awareness just to be aware of itself, then it would not create this world, the manifest world.
Can I express something?
Yes.
Since you brought up the dog.
Yeah. Here I was feeling it's a happy example. All buttons get pressed. Yeah. It's okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Nothing or crying. Just a lot of things, and then you came up speaking with the dogs. And I don't know if you read the prayer circle or not.
Read the
Prayer.
No.
And I don't have to. I won't go into all the story. But just like
Something happened to some dog? Lal Bag.
that, and something else after. And it's just like everywhere, and like I'm working with the rescue organization now to like come help some dogs near where I live. It's just like so much focus was going into that, and the movement just came on its own.
Yeah.
So that felt okay.
Yeah.
Like, that just came. But what happens is then there's it's like almost like for me at least it feels like you're like a mom identity.
Yeah.
And it just stays. So it's just like identity or something. I don't know.
Is there any suffering when we hear this? Or? No. Oh, okay.
No, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's happening right now. There was I was thinking all week.
Some suffering is there.
Yes, there was. I would say suffering, but it was seen. I don't know. Father. I just wanted to
Okay. Yeah.
give this to you. If I think about it, there's something.
There can be this beautiful universal love. It can express itself in these beautiful ways in terms of our caring for these dogs and all other beautiful creatures can be taken care of. You see, but it's also accompanied now with a sense of trust in what is. So it can seem like it's expressing itself very specifically, but actually it's the universal love which is expressing itself. And also there's this trust that whatever be thy will, it is to be done.
Yes, absolutely. And that's fully here and just kept handing it over when I saw that there was something that was saying like this shouldn't be happening. Just no, this is just thy will be done.
Yes, and also if there's something seen and something, that energy is there, life force is there to make some change about it, to take some steps, and by all means it must be followed. No problem in that. You see, so we're not encouraging. The accepting is not a passive state.
Yes.
You see, universal love and surrender and accepting God's will is not a passive state. So you find that there's energy for some work to be done from here, there's movement happening through this body, even that is accepted. So it can be that you're completely accepting, completely surrendered, and yet very active with any of this movement. This is completely fine. That is not identification or attachment, because you're allowing it to flow just naturally. But if you say, I am on a mission, I will do this, and I'm not for you. I'm saying many like this who are on the, in the NGOs and things have this I, which is a special arrogance of being something special because I'm helping the world. Then only then it's trouble.
And I think sometimes when tears, I don't know, just feels like they're my kids. It's just hard to see. Also, like that comes simultaneously with trust and like even if I'm seeing, it can be a seeing that I might be seeing it personally or not usually, but then not seeing at the same time. So it's like
What it means to say I'm seeing it personally is only that there could be moments where I'm believing my thoughts. Yeah. And although we use this terminology in satsang sometimes, it's just defining that I picked up some beliefs, now they're gone. Nothing to worry about. See, everyone does. Even the sages pick up some beliefs here and there, and they're gone. Yes.
Sometimes I would say like I never sleep.
Yeah?
I never slept. Like
Yeah. Because truly the real I has never slept.
it doesn't feel like the body sleeps or wakes up and I sleep. Yeah.
Yes. It seems like okay, some questions in the chat. Ah, okay, I'm just going to read the ones that have question marks first, which is Jogan said, Anantaji, isn't this presence I amness the person? No, we spoke about this. You must have heard that. I'm presuming you typed this before I answered. If not, just type again and we look at it again together. And then Parvati says, Father, we can't hear Anandi well and discussion is priceless. Please could you try to repeat her question or ask her to speak a little louder? I'll remember next time. Then Shantiji had typed something. She said, I feel very strong suffering around my heart, as if whole world's human pain is here. It started from one thought. Even if the entire world's pain was experienced in this space of being, the being could still not be called the sufferer, because this being is limitless. It is the unlimited consciousness. And that is why it is said that all these experiences can come. They can be sensed here. But truly consciousness cannot be said to be suffering from it. Consciousness can be said to be the experiencer of it, but not the sufferer of it. So find out who is experiencing this. And find out whether this consciousness, this being is also suffering from any of it, or the suffering is only the mind's interpretation of what is happening. And you will find that it is only the interpretation of the mind that I am suffering from this experience. Actually, all grief, all pain, all sensations are only experienced as minute sensations within your infinite being. Just like I've said before, that on one big white wall, if somebody takes a marker pen and makes a black dot, and then I ask you, what do you see? You'll see, I see a black dot. You won't see, I see a white wall. The same way with these sensations, you see. The infinite space is there within which some sensations are dancing around, and the attention goes to that. And you say, there is so much of this. Actually, where is it happening? Inside what space? Find out the limits of this space, you will find it's infinite. Then you will not say that the space is suffering from this. You will see that these sensations are being experienced, but for the space it is nothing. So use even this appearance for your contemplation, for your seeing, and you will find that there is no sufferer. Two hours. Jogan said, please answer again. So let's read her question again. It was, isn't this presence I amness the person? And I said that one of the final tricks of the mind Because we looked and looked and looked for this person, and we said every desire we will look, every aversion we will look, and find out whose desire is it, whose aversion is it, who wants life to be a certain way and not be a certain way. We looked and we looked and we looked, and we found that there is no entity like that, with likes and dislikes, with desires and aversions. And this voice is representing nobody. Then the voice, being the tricky one that it is, itself says, but I am representing this I amness which is being spoken about. This consciousness itself is speaking. You see? But then if you were to look and say, but this being which is here is just being. Doesn't have likes, dislikes, desires, aversions, doesn't have a plan for life, is unconcerned by any future or past. So it cannot be it. And if it was it also, then who would it be speaking for? Because it is the same being which is experiencing this voice also. So why does it need a voice to speak to itself? It must already know what it's going to say. Why does it need this voice? So even this trick of the mind then falls apart. It is not representing this being, this I amness. That's why, like I was saying earlier, just if you want to see God pretending to be a person, believe your next thought. That it belongs to me, therefore I can be personal now. Or this I am sense itself is personal. Another way, you know, another way in which we can confuse ourselves is to feel that, presume that this I am is inside my body. You see, because it can seem like the origin of this being is from the heart center. You can experience like that, but actually, if you got a surgeon to open up your body, you will not find the I am. So just sensed in that way. But actually, you will find that it is the body which is experienced within the I am as only a set of sensations. So come and look from this space, and you find that the boundaries of the body are just defined by these sensations, which are only experienced within the I am. It is not that the I am is within the body, it is the mind's interpretation. It's painting these pictures for you, these visuals, that I am is within your body. But actually, it is the body which is in the I am. And keep going, don't stop there. Find the experience of anything, the sounds and the visions and the visuals. Everything is within the same space. All phenomena, the entire universe is experienced within this space of I am, which is unlimited. And as we see like this, then our body identification will melt more and more. It will not seem like it is the body within which I am is. Yeah, I hope that helped. Anand said, Julian, if it is subject to change, then it is the person, not presence. Jesh says, white wall, black dot example is great, Father. Thank you. Jogan says, consciousness feels limited to my thoughts. Ah, let's look together. Consciousness feels limited to my thoughts. Then it would mean that when there is a thought, there is consciousness, and there is no thought, there is no consciousness. But this is not our experience. We say that there is thought, there is space between thought, there is thought. See this coming and going. Within the space of being, where is these thoughts arising? Within you, your space of being. Thought is arising for you, inside you. You are not arising as a thought. Find out the space in which thoughts are coming, and find out if it's a different space from that which hears your hearing, which experiences the body, which tastes your food. It's the same space of being, the infinite space of being, which is the one experiencer of all phenomena. It's not abstract, it's not confusing, just very simple. Don't take any mind interpretation of it. Just check for yourself. Where does the thought arise? In what space? And how is it different from the space in which these words are heard? Same space of hearing these words within me, within I am. Within I am, all is. All phenomena is experienced within I am. And as you just look at this, you will find your infiniteness. You will find that the entire universe is just a tiny appearance within you. Let this be your direct experience, direct insight. So don't take my word for it. You stay with the looking. Stay with the looking. Don't make any images of this also. In this direct experiencing, you will find that body identification, mind identification all starts to dissolve. Neeraj says consciousness seems unreal. Yes, there comes a point where you can say that. Like Maharaj used to say, the only truth I can say is that I am. And ultimately, even that is not real. Even that is not true. You see, because even consciousness is coming and going. There is waking and there is sleep. So in that old Sufi story where the Sufi saint comes to the door of the king, and all of you have heard it, so I won't repeat the whole thing, but he says, I am higher even than God. This is what he means. That this awareness is that which is a witness even to the birth of God and to the dissolution of God within itself. And it's completely okay. Some of you will want to call this awareness itself God, which is fine. But the way we use it in Satsang mostly is to refer to consciousness, this sense of being as God, and to refer to the awareness as the absolute. Not to get too worried about definitions. That is being pointed at is the direct experience of all of this. Then we will not be so concerned about the definitions and terminology. So the question, it can sound very innocent sounding, can you stop being? Is actually introducing you to your God presence instantly. And the pointing, am I aware now, takes you to the absolute truth, the absolute self of what you are in this timeless instant. Thank you, my dear. Very happy when if you're contemplating these things, because in these contemplations the false will fall apart. There is no way the truths will not become so apparent that it'll seem like the most obvious. Yes, mate.
Just have some clarity.
Say louder because again they won't be able to hear.
Because the primal experiential thing seems to be being
Primal experience, yes.
sense of I am.
Yes.
But also, even to have a sense of I am, you need to have the body for that. So it feels like it's a simultaneous thing. It must arise simultaneously. No?
Sorry, can you repeat how it is?
It has to be that it body and sense of beingness must arise simultaneously, because even to have the sense of I am, you need the body to do that.
We can say instantly after the birth of the sense of I amness, there is this sense of time, space, universe, all of that. The body is there, all of that. Yes. But it has also been our experience that sometimes it is not this body. A being is, but it is not this body. It is that which we call a dream body or something else. Sometimes just being is. And there is no clarity about which body is here, or which identity, which memory. It's just, we'll start paying more and more attention to these things. What happens is that when we sleep and slight waking up can be there, the sense I am is there. It's not clear that there is a person, there's some identity.
No, I don't mean the identity. I just mean that with the body, to have the sense of I am, it has to be. Because without the body, sense of existence would not be.
That's, yes, but that's because it is not our experience like this. But there's also this experience of just this being, like you yourself were saying. You yourself were saying there was this being, but there was nothing else, no other phenomena. That is also possible to experience, but that's not our usual experience.
Yes.
And because it is our usual experience that all of this goes together, that's why the mind is able to paint this picture for us. Where is I am? Oh, it's within the body, inside the heart. And we all know it's not true. Because no doctor has ever found the I am. No surgeon found the I am. So it is sensed as if it's within the space of the body. But actually, we're just simply looking. We say it's actually the body sensations which are experienced inside me, not the other way around.
It's also there in dreams.
Exactly. So it can be a different body. You can say it. It doesn't seem
even
like
even in dreams that you.
Yes.
Like,
Say. We must look at these things together. You see, because sometimes the mind can resist the thing. Because I have a feeling what he's going to say is that, but this body is there and it is sleeping, and actually that body is being dreamed up. Let's validate this. Is this body there? It's only after waking up do I have the memory that this body went to sleep, not in the dream.
Because how it's experienced is the primary feeling is sense of being, sense of existence, and then comes everything.
Then comes
senses, sense of sight, feeling, taste, everything, and word. That is the experience, but then sometimes it's like even to have the sense of I am, it's not needed this form, this instrument.
Yes, but it doesn't need the form because the form is interchangeable. It is usually accompanied by the form. This much we can say. Are you going, man?
I get tired.
Do you live close by?
Yeah.
Very good to see you. Yes, we'll open for you. Yeah. Literally stuck in Satsang. That's what Guruji meant by, you run out of moves, you're locked in a room, and you don't know what to do. Oh yes? Okay. Thank you also very much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai.
Sadhguru Shri Ananta Ji ki
Jai.
Thank you, Ram, for moderating. We can end the broadcast now. Thank you.